Talon, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having us. It's a pleasure.
And Talon, you understood everything I said about you, right?
Of course, absolutely.
You were following and nodding, so and smiling in agreement. Let It Shine. What a wonderful website.
Thank you.
It's very, very inspirational, I must say. Take us back as to how did the idea of the website come about?
Well, you know, I think the best way to explain it is there were many life experiences that happened, but I came down to the point where if you wanted to be inspired, we all have to use the internet, but if you wanted to be inspired, where would you go, especially as a woman? Where would you get hope, motivation? Where would you get time to just even focus on yourself and your dreams? And Let It Shine was the idea of just getting to know yourself and daring to live your dreams. And so that's what inspired it.
Wow. And magnificent women like Zara have been featured on the, on the website.
Absolutely.
Before we talk about your feature, I would like to talk a little bit about your background as a performer. Tell our viewers, take us back, what does Zara do? Because performing arts has been your passion since you were little.
Yeah, I think I started singing before speaking.
Wow.
And I get that from my mother.
That's amazing.
She tells me I sing on the phone as I say hello.
That's a talent.
Yeah, it was always stage. Professional dancing, tap, jazz, ballet, hip hop, singing, urban R&B, and then from school, university, it led me to communications, and so now I'm on air with broadcast media, and that's what I do now.
So Talon, what was it about Zara that you actually decided to feature her on the website?
Right. I think Zara is one of those, I actually know that Zara is one of those women who is not hesitant to live her dreams. I think some of us are actually lucky enough that we get the chance to know what our dreams are, but then we let it stop there. We almost like think it to death and say, oh, this is the reason why this dream seems impossible.
Right.
Zara is not hesitant to, follow her dreams or follow what she thinks is right by her. And that was the reason why I decided to feature her on the website, because I thought people could, learn the lesson or use the lesson that, somebody's following their dreams. Here, I can do it too.
And to you, what did it mean to you actually to be featured on this website in particular?
I was very honored because the website itself and the stories, it's taking personal successes and using it as a platform to embrace women and empower them. And I was very happy to be part of that.
How has been the response so far, Talon, when you first started and to where you are today?
Right. It's been overwhelming. The website has been around for just about a year now, and it's now global. So we have women from all over the world writing in, reflecting on the website, letting me know their thoughts or suggestions, and letting me know that it actually is effective. It's doing what I wanted to do, inspiring them. So people are sitting down, writing goals, writing their dreams, and really getting the confidence that, this is my life. I can do this.
Right.
So it's been awesome.
You're a very talented poet as well.
Yes.
And storytelling has been part of your life since you were growing up. So take us back to your childhood days as to how did storytelling and poetry and writing affected you?
Right. I think one of the greatest gifts my parents ever gave me was the idea of storytelling. So every night before we went to bed, my parents would tell us a story. And I think, as a kid, you just think that's part of how they get you to fall asleep.
Right.
But for me, it just taught me how to tell stories, the imagery, the fact that you need to connect with people. And so later in life, based on my experiences, poetry came along. And so I'm able to express my thoughts, able to inspire people. And so it's one of those unexpected gifts that my parents gave me that I didn't even know I had.
Wow.
So yeah.
Well, you certainly have that gift. It'll be a shame if we don't get you to recite some poetry for us. So please.
Okay. The title of the poem I'm about to recite to you is Fortified. The poem is actually based on my reflection of us realizing that we have strengths. So here it is. What is it that makes a woman smile secretly at her challenges? In the face of anguish, in the midst of soul-shattering sorrow, she rises and moves forward. No, she will not die. Not because of this, not this way. For she has been fortified from within. And so fortified, she lives.
Wow, that is beautiful.
Thank you.
Amazing. Zara, being a South Asian woman and being in the media, how do you think the media has evolved? How do you feel about seeing all these South Asian faces in mainstream media, especially now?
I think it's great. It's very progressive. It's opening up doors for all of us. And from the culture, sometimes it seems that our parents, they think the safe route is to be a doctor or a lawyer, and that's only because they are protecting us, and that's what they have learnt from their past generations. But this is, with more South Asians in the media and performances, it's really opening doors and showing that you should go after what you want, and it's okay. You can be successful. It's very admirable, and do it. Just make yourself happy.
Right.
And that shows in your work, I find. When you're happy with your work,
course.
it really just
It
just
comes
explodes.
through. Yeah, and people obviously, you know, being on television, you know this, that people can actually feel that.
They do.
That you're enjoying your work, for sure.
Yeah.
And of course, they can feel it in your poetry.
And that's the one thing I've really learned is you have to learn to meet your expectations before you can meet others. It's not being selfish. And I know a lot of women, that's what we're taught to think is you're being selfish if you take care of yourself. It's really being selfless because you
right.
can't help others until you've helped yourself.
Well said. So Taylor, according to you, in your experience ever since the website went up, what are some of the universal things that actually inspire women despite of their background and where they come from?
I think women get inspired when they get a chance to think. So I believe that when you have peace, you have perspective. So women are in need of perspective, but we're so distracted, you know, we're expected to be busy, so we're busy scrambling around doing a million things. But when we get the chance to reflect, it's amazing the things that come up. We really come in contact with ourselves, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And we make decisions for our lives. We actually see that we can't take control of our lives. And then people feel like, oh, you know what? I'm going to steer my life this way. Your path might be different from my path, but people, that's a very universal thing. People want to feel like they have control of their lives. And people want to be happy. People want to be inspired, and people want to inspire people, which was kind of unexpected because I wanted to inspire people, but people are nominating women who want to inspire other people, which I thought was really amazing. So
for somebody who's never gone to the website and checks it out for the first time, what's the experience that they go through?
Basically, it's sort of full circle. You're starting off with evaluating your life. So where am I? You know, you're here. What do I want out of my life? Really looking at what are the things that make me happy? What are the things that I'm great at? Not everybody's great at everything, but what am I great at? And then really looking at, from that, living your best life. So that takes care of, are you afraid of fear? Are you afraid of failure? Are you afraid of success? Are you afraid of personal boundaries? I think that's one of the things that women are really afraid of saying no or even taking time for themselves. So that's sort of the experience. And then you talk about health and beauty because everybody's health conscious or should be. And then beauty, everybody wants to feel beautiful. So it's not just makeup, but on the inside. And so the whole idea is to take you through a self-examination of your life, but to give you the confidence that you can know your dreams, know your needs, and then act on them.
Well, your passion definitely comes through. And you can feel it once you log onto the website, and I'm sure, Zara, you'll agree as well. Once you log on that website, you really feel inspired. And you know, I would definitely encourage everybody to check it out. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you ladies today.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming by.
Awesome.